Hello, hello. Welcome back to Sculpting with Tiny Tim. I need a better introduction, I feel like. Welcome back. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm adjusting. I was re-watching my stream last night, and I adjusted my brightness and stuff on here. And I think I like it better how it was looking. A little brighter. I think that's fine. Maybe one down. I think that's okay. And then I'm gonna adjust on here. I hope everybody's having a good day today. I myself am having a wonderful day because, you know, it is Friday. And that's where I'm gonna go. It's Friday, hanging out. No big plans for the weekend. I gotta take some stuff to the dump. I have like some old furniture and stuff I'm taking to the dump. But other than that, we're hanging out. We're chilling. It's gonna be fun. I want to get right to it. I want to get painting. So I think we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna get started. We're gonna be let's adjust our station here. We'll be working on his eyes a little bit. Because we're out here living for the thumbnail. God, I just smacked my microphone. Sorry for that. Do a tab on here. What a good noise. Oh. Dropped me the knife cover. So what we're gonna do right now, do I have a gray? I think I can mix gray. You know, I'm gonna go, I feel like mixing a gray. I'm gonna grab a gray. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I grabbed a couple of different colors. I saw this brown. And I like this brown. So I'm gonna keep it on my stack over here. A stack of browns. I should really just keep all my paints over here. And I got this one. I like this gray. It's a nice gray. We have that. And we also have this gray. Because we're going to start off, I think we'll use the steel gray. Man, I do love me some folk art paint. They have, I think, the best paint. If I'm mistaken on that, let me know. go back to this guy. Whoa. Because folk art's like pretty cheap for what it is. But it's got good coverage, and I love. There's not a lot of good matte paints out there. But again, I'm open to new options. That's good red. I like that red. We are gonna mix a bit of blue in there to deepen it. Because I think that's how you deepen a blue. Let's look that up real quick. I think it's blue. How to darken red paint. We just do black. Let's do a little bit of black. Roy G. Bin. Is this one already? Yeah, last time I was at Michael's, I picked up some more paints, and I get to open them. I'm very excited. I have a black paint right there, but I like this one. This one is pure black. The other one I have is licorice. You know? Can't, this one, just a smidge. Just a smidge. Smidge. I feel like I need to raise my chair up, but we're stuck here. Okay. We're gonna start off. Yeah, that's a good red. That's a good mixture right there. Start off with like a red underneath. And then we do like a reddish gray, and then eventually less red, then a gray. And then white for the highlights. How are we looking there? Let's adjust this a little bit. So I'm going to adjust my camera real quick. I do apologize. That's better. Oh, bonking. Hold on. Alright. I thought I was repeating the first song for a second. I'm like, excuse me. Yeah, I was looking at, I want to get some new brushes. Because ones I have, they're quite old and they're not super precise. Yeah, I learned how to paint eyes from Squidmar Miniatures. Because I love that man. Got such good videos, such good tutorials. Need my tip to just be a bit finer. It's gonna look scary before it looks good. Looking like Darth King Cobb right now. It's full eye. It looks kind of cool right now. Like all the black, just the red eyes. Probably will need to mix up a little bit of yellow paint just for some touch-ups. We'll do that later. Alright, we're gonna blast them with the air dryer. All right, air dryer done. One more coat of red. And most of this red you're not going to see. It's mainly just so he has, like, in the corners of his eyes, it has the red. But going for the dryer. Let me see if I can try something. My lighting's a little funky. I want it more. That's better. That's better, I think. Looks good. All right, dry time. All right, now for the colors. we're just gonna mix up. Take a little bit of this red. Take some red. It's be mostly red. A little gray. A little more gray. This will give a good transition from red to gray. We want to keep most of the, we'll cover most of the red, except for like around the edges. We don't want too much of the red to show, just because him looking stoned out of his mind for one, and I think it would just make him look tired. All right. Blast with the gun. And with the lighter layers, it doesn't need as much heat. And the next layer is just going to be a little bit less red, a bit more gray. Because the eyes are the window to the soul, you know? Alright. What else we could just add a bit more gray to this. think after this layer, we're just gonna jump straight to gray. I think we got enough of a build-up. I honestly should really rewatch that video. Hello, Dr. Space Monkey. The Colonel continues. From Husk to Highness. We are working on King Cobb today. Painting some eyeballs. I hope you're having a good day. He is not, no. We're getting there, don't worry. Don't worry. He will not look stoned soon. Now that is just the underlayer on the eye. So next we're gonna go gray. And that'll be the main, because eyes technically are not pure white. Yeah, he does, yeah. They're looking very crisp. Yeah, his kernels are looking good. Right. And a bit more water in that pint. And we're gonna do his eyes green. Just keep. I think it'll look good. Next layer. I do want to avoid him looking absolutely stoned. And we will go through with some yellow because there is a couple spots in here that I got some red and some white on. All right. Dry time. Yeah, he can't. He just left the funeral, so he's been crying. He has to compose himself for his subjects, for his kingdom. He must remain strong. Here we got nice green. Wow. Fresh foliage. We're gonna add a bit of brown. Try to get a bit more of an olive. I want him to have like nice olive eyes. A little bit darker. This seems a bit too bright. Trying to open up another paint. Very sad, very tragic, yes. Yeah, he's definitely not out there smoking his corncob pipe. That would be kind of dark if he smoked a corncob pipe. He'd be smoking a pipe from his own body. It is my paint of choice, yes. I love folk art. I love me some folk art brand paint. What paint do you use on your projects? It's a nice green. Oh yeah, that's good green. think this brush, I need a fine tip brush for this one. Maybe. I really do like this brush. This one feels good. All right, focus time. Excuse me. Yeah, I've never used any Citadel or Army paint. I'd like to. But just never used them. I heard, but also with figures this big, I feel like Citadel and Army might be too much money for the amount of paint I use. Or maybe I should just be more conservative with my paint. Are his eyes too light? Do you think they're too light? Are they too light on the green? Almost like a gray. Maybe I want to be like a little bit darker. I think a little bit darker. Most of my sculpting and painting, I have like a handful of YouTube guys I watch, but when I first started, I think I've said this, I enjoyed Asa Clay, and he uses full cart. I'm like, all right, big boss says full cart it is. I think they're too light. Me too. trying to get them deeper. I might have to mix my own green up. I'm getting there. I just keep adding. We'll try this. Running out of palette space. Ooh. Did not mix that well enough. Shaking up my paint. Shaking up the paint. See, I do want to get some of their washes. A friend of mine swears by them. These are the best thing ever. So, yeah, he really enjoys their washes. Now these are primary colors. That's a yellow and that's a blue. I tell you what. So I really wanted like a deep, like forest green. That's what I have envisioned for his eyes. Let's get in there with this. A bit more yellow, and I think a bit of brown. Bit more yellow. See, I always use so much paint. Like, I don't need this much paint. I don't need this much green. We can adjust the green for his cape, I guess. See, they just have such dedicated colors. Dang it. Too much yellow. Too much yellow. Alright, that's looking good. Yeah, I like all their... I would get just their skin tones. They have, I like their, I don't do a lot of like skin tone paintings to begin with, so I guess I wouldn't need it. That's a good green. That's the green I envisioned. Let's try that. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Yeah, I'm really bad at watering my paints down. I think. I try to get them good and watered, but sometimes I'm bad at it. Sometimes I'm bad at it. Sometimes I water them down a bit too much. How's that looking? That's looking pretty good. Dry time. Yeah, because for me, I go, I don't know if it was muted. I don't know if you caught it, but I go, put my paint in, do a little mixing, dip my water in here, dip my brush in the water, do a little mixing, brush in the water, do a mixing, you know? It has worked somewhat. Getting a little lighter so I can get a little bit of a highlight on his eyes. Where are we highlighting? You try to highlight the bottom of the eyes. So that's where like the light is at most. And then we'll put his pupil in. And we'll get some white highlights. It lays pretty smooth. Every now and then I'll get like a little chunky toe bit in there. All right, draw time. Now for my least favorite part, putting on the pupils. I feel like I always jack it up. Let me check how big are people? Pretty big. This is concentration time here, guys. Very nice. Let's go with a skinny little brush just to round out some of those edges. passes the eye test. Ha 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 ha. Right. It's got a drip of white for the highlights. And we'll have his eyes done. Let's see here. Now for the most eye test passed. Absolutely. That really brought his eyes to life. Excellent. Oh, finish his eyes. Let's go. I'm so hungry, my hands were shaking. I was so nervous. This is where my desk becomes a mess. When I start my painting. When the painting starts, the mess begins. I'll rinse my brushes while I'm here. We are 2 eyeballs closer to being done with Cornyness Cobb. We've done good work here today. All right. Brushes are mostly clean. Let's get a close-up on him. Let's get a close-up on him. Why don't we? Look at them eyes. Look at them eyes. Beautiful. He looks wonderful. We're getting there. Well, thanks for hanging out today, guys. That's it for the week. That'd be fun. A bedazzled glove. That'd be funny. I'm not gonna say a terrible idea. Was it all black when we started? We started with a layer of deep red. Then we mixed some gray with some red to lighten it up. And then we just did gray. And then we painted the irises with the green and then the light green. And that's what gives us like the nice little transition onto the eyes. So it's like red, lighter red, and then the gray, and then the green, and then the black. And that's what gives us the nice eyeballs. So I think it came out pretty good. I'm very happy with them. But that's it. I must go eat. Everybody enjoy their weekend. We'll be back here Monday, same time, 6:30. I started a little early today. Sorry, but that's how it goes. All right. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Peace.